few disciplines every day. You will discipline yourself to wake up early enough, to set your goals for the day, to go out very early enough, to be in the office before 7 o'clock, to attend cell meeting, to attend affiliates class, then to start doing reminder course, then to be part of the BOM and all that. Every single day, you do what you're supposed to do. You follow your standard method of operation. Every single day. You got to success 1 year. Even though you are working hard, it doesn't seem to matter. Your activities, you are putting in activities, you may not see results. I'm telling you, you may not see results. But if you now say, what is submit the list? List up to 50 people, nobody registered. I don't think this thing will work. You now stop talking. You now stop following. You have started making errors in judgments. You see, these few errors in judgment repeated every day is what leads to failure. You are on a training like this because your data failed you. You refuse to join back the training. You didn't even bother to join back. That is an error in judgment. You do not know the next thing that you will learn that will lead to your breakthrough. Somebody you expected will join, didn't join, and you refuse to follow her. That is an error in judgment. The more of this error in judgment you are doing, in the beginning, you may not count it as anything. I will talk to another person. I will sleep at home today. I will rest a little bit today. You cheat somebody today. You do not count it as anything. They are doing training. You are not paying attention to training. Or as we are on this same meeting, there are some people right now, probably out of these 59 participants that I'm seeing, they only joined the cell meeting just to show their leader that they are participating. The person is probably watching a movie. Or the person is busy doing other thing. He's cooking as elsewhere. He's just joined. He's taking his children to school and he's not hearing what you are saying and he's just joined. I'm not saying you should not cook for your family. I'm not saying you should not take your children to school. But what you're supposed to do is to buy a hand-free set, buy earpiece, plug your earpiece to your phone, join the cell meeting. While you are cooking, while you are driving to school, taking your children to school, while you are preparing for work, while you are inside taxi, while you are inside keke napep, while you are doing whatever thing you are doing, you are still getting values. But because you fail to just invest 500 naira, a piece of 500 naira into your business, you are losing value. You just join just because you want to convince your leader that you are a participant. You are just adding to the number, but you are not really getting value. Then you may think that what you are doing does not really matter. But as you are repeating it, all of those errors in judgment over time, the failure. If I training, join the cell meeting, dirty, register here. Follow up. Train here. Encourage you. Go attend the cell meeting. You want to go attend the cell meeting. Attend the pelure. Error lead to failure. So this is how we expect our network marketing business to look. We want it to go straight. Business but rather, flat in the beginning. You are working hard and you are not getting results. But continue to do the right thing. Continue to put in the discipline. Over time, the curve will start showing up and you start going up. Then this is exactly how network marketing feels. Tẹ́ bá ṣe business yìí dáadáa, tẹ́ bá wò dáadáa, ẹ máa rí pé tó bá di time kan, bí party business yìí ń gbẹ́nu lókè, ó ń lókè, you are getting results. Your people are showing seriousness. They are committed. Before you know it, they start dropping in their commitment. Some of them will start quitting on you. You are talking to people, they are not registering. They are not paying attention and all of that. You now get into what we call the valley of death for most people in network marketing. You get to a valley. That valley, if you are, is a critical time in your period. But manage it well. Most people will quit. And that is why we call that point the valley of death for most network marketers. But about it quit. Ni time to face the challenge here. Growth the main sources. So this is how network marketing normally feel like. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not been getting all I've been explaining, this is what I've been explaining. In the beginning of your business, you will work, and get paid. Do you get that? The network marketing say yo work ni bere. Taba se bere business yi. Work, get paid. Then work, get paid. Work, get paid. Work, got paid. Work, got paid. Get paid. Work, get paid. You get paid just sparingly in the beginning. Oh, she says, so satiri ni bere bo se rowo o kere abo to ba ya ise re ma bintin then omo wa ri opolopo owo. That is how this network marketing business operates. So please know it. Activities is like part of the foundation. Activities is part of the foundation. Irú gbìyànjú wo ló ń ṣe, báwo ló ṣe ń pèyàn wọlé, báwo ló ṣe ń ṣe follow up, báwo ló ṣe ń learn, báwo ló ṣe ń mentor àwọn ọmọlẹ́yìn rẹ, báwo ló ṣe ń coordinate àwọn ọmọlẹ́yìn rẹ. All of this work is what leads to results. Tó bá ń ṣe dáadáa, orí result o sàn ṣe. At the end of the day, result ó padà wọlé, wọ́n náà padà ní beautiful lifestyle. Àṣeyọrí ó padà wọlé. Tọ́pọ̀ wàá máa gbádùn, wàá máa lọ ìlú èbó, wàá máa lọ hajj, wàá máa lọ umrah Jerusalem lónìí, Tokyo lọ́la. You are enjoying yourself and money is coming in. But you know what? From this drawing, from this diagram, you might think that activities is number one. Is that correct? Is activity number one? Wow. Ladies and gentlemen, I have just observed now that we have hit 60, but the thing has dropped back to 59 as I'm seeing it. Another landmark achievement. We promised ourselves that today we are going to invite one person. That one person that you have talked to, and if the person is not here now, call the person. Just go out of this, go and call the person. Make sure, tell the person that look what you are missing. What you are missing. You are missing enough. Come and join the summit now. Call them, let them join the summit. If you have not done your diligence, have not invited anybody, go out and do a call now. Call that your success line. We will admit you back at your success line. I want us to double the number to 100 today. We must hit 100. Are we learning? Okay. So, Nibere, you will think that activities is the foundation. But let me tell you, activity is not the number one foundation. No. You'll be surprised to know that activities is the fourth aspect of the foundation. Is the fourth. Activity is the fourth in the foundation to getting results and to getting beautiful lifestyle. It all started with programming. Can somebody say programming? Please write it down. Programming is number one. Activity is not number one. After programming is belief. After belief is feeling. After feeling is activity. Programming is number one. This is where a lot of us has gotten it wrong. I want to start shini. Have you seen a situation whereby you even want to walk? You have list to make. You have list of course to make, and yet you are not just moved. Your spirit is just down. You are just like hello. No, come on, make it call you. In fact, kids are talking Jamuna, a bit of Pamina, or a Jamuna, after a bit, I will kids the Coca Kiruna, or to a Kiruta, or the by Oro Johnny, Oro Kula. The problem is the foundation is wrong. Programming is wrong, belief is wrong, feeling is wrong. That is why you are not motivated to put in the activity. So today, we are going to correct that wrong foundation. Hello. You see this programming. Let me give you in another way. May God give you the understanding. Foundation fully. When you ask people, foundation, that is correct. When you ask people, what do you do to make sure you have a solid foundation of a house, of a building, a tall building? They say, you have to make sure you dig the foundation very well. Then you have to make sure you put in the right dimension of iron. Make sure iron don't strong. Then make sure concrete here. Are you with me? All of these things that this person has said, is it wrong or right? Tell me. Is it wrong or right? Somebody say foundation must be deep, then iron must be right. Then he said the stone in the concrete must be right. Then the amount of cement must also be right. Is the person right? Put it on the chat box. Is the person right? The person is right, of course. But let me tell you, that is the one that so many people know very well. That is the common knowledge. That is another thing that professional will tell you. Go and ask from your architects. Go and ask for your civil engineers. They will tell you that the soil type of that location is another major factor. Yàtọ̀ sí pé concrete or cement or iron àbí wọ́n gbẹ́ kòtò jù àbí wọ́n gbẹ́gi wọ́n don't even down anything. You have to test the soil. Yèpẹ̀ bẹ̀yẹ irú yèpẹ̀ wo ló wà ńbẹ̀? What is the soil type of that location? You have to call some soil scientists. Àwọn wọ́n bá test here. Ṣẹlẹ̀ olómi ni, ṣẹlẹ̀ alámọ̀ ni, ṣẹlẹ̀ ìlẹ̀dú ni, ṣẹlẹ̀ Sambusani, they are going to test that soil. You see that soil type is like the programming. It's another very interesting, very essential. If you like, just go and pour concrete, dig it very well, put more than enough concrete, use only cement and few sand. Pour a lot of iron, do everything. If the soil type is wrong, that foundation will scatter. The building will fall down. Soil type. So, I want you to liken the soil type. I mean, liken programming to soil type. All koko test ilẹ̀ tó bá ti wá mọ irú lẹ́lẹ̀ tí ń ṣe òun lẹ́ẹ̀fì mọ irú dédé bó yẹ̀pẹ̀ wo lẹ́ máa lò yẹ́nì wo lẹ́ máa lò concrete will a man know. Amount of cement will a man know. Are you with me? So all of these things, you have to measure the soil type for you to know the amount of all of these things that you have just mentioned before. If you don't know the soil type, maybe the soil type does not even require that you put too much of iron or too much of cement. Then you are going to be wasting money. Are we getting what I'm saying? The soil type is very key. So a lot of us, our programming is wrong. And from the wrong programming, we have wrong beliefs. And from the wrong beliefs, we have the wrong feelings. And from the wrong feelings, our activity too is wrong, is not right. That is why you are probably have been working hard and your business is not staying. Your business is not standing. You are not getting adequate results as expected. So we are now going to be looking at this things one after the other. We will start with the programming. Now, what are the components of your programming? Kí ni wọ́n ń pè ní programming? Kí ni nǹkan tó ń pè ní programming ni èyí tí wọ́n ti kó sí wa lọ́pọlọ as human being. Nǹkan títí ń bẹ nínú ọpọlọ rẹ. Ó kún nǹkan tó ń affect the result rẹ lónìí. And number one, in tó máa affect ọpọlọ wa. Experience in terms of your successes. Àwọn tó bá ti ṣe àṣeyọrí rí dáadáa. Táìpé gbogbo nǹkan tó bá dáwọ́lé, ó máa ń já sí rere. Tí wọ́n bá bẹ̀rẹ̀ business yìí náà, wọ́n mọ̀ sọ fún wọn, ẹ̀mí wọ́n mọ̀ sọ fún wọn pé tí mo bá ṣe léyìí náà, á já sí rere fún mi. Somebody who is fond of getting results in most of his businesses. Anything he does, he normally gets results. So when somebody has been failing in other businesses, he is likely to be telling himself, this one too, I have seen where somebody is saying, mota kerosene, mota igari, mota pulikuli, kada monta so, monta bata, kada moni shop ni mandate, kada moni da, molawo, business so easy jare, and then say ìjọba mi báyìí jẹ́. What is he trying to say? He is trying to speak from his experience that he has done many businesses in the past, and many of these businesses has failed, and he's telling you that it is not easy to do business, that this business too is likely to fail. And because he's already programmed from his experience that he is a failure, he is not likely to believe that he is going to succeed here, and eventually he will sabotage himself. He will not even bring out time to learn. Childhood circumstances, is part of our experience. Let me share with you something that happened to me when I was in childhood. My grandmother is a business woman. This my grandmother, when I was very, at my childhood, I grew up to know that she was frying pop-off and buns. Her buns and pop-off was very sweet, very, very sweet. And I have this auntie that was selling for her. Each time my auntie goes out with the pop-off and buns, she will finish all the pop-off because this pop-off and buns was very sweet. My grandmother grew up in Ghana and she knows how to do a very sweet, delicious buns and pop-off. So people were always rushing it. She was also selling oguefu. That is this local kind of syrup to clear a kind of cloggy tongue or blocked chest and even cough. It's meant for cough and all that, to clear the bronchus, the chest, the lungs. We was selling that local syrup, and people are always coming for that. People are always coming buying it. We are always selling. I was part of the children that was helping her to sell at home. Then a day, she gave me local sponge to go and sell. One kilometer water can come back on lori can bile. Want to be mewa also. Want to see no train pan for me. I was still in primary school there, probably in primary 3 or 4. So I went out with this sponge, and as I get to one area, I saw an elderly man who asked me to bring down my sponge, and the man bought everything instantly. I was so happy. You see, because of what I have been seeing of my grandmother, she's always selling off her puff and boss. She's always very selling. And I also went out with that local sponge, and I sold out all the stock. That experience continued to be with me, that anything that I lay my hand to, I'm going to prosper in it. I normally tell myself, because I saw it during my childhood, and it was successful. So that is an experience. But some people, their own experience is opposite. Maybe they try one thing and they succeed a little. Instead of their parent to encourage them, the parent will say, that I want to so that is an empowering statement. Just go and study. I didn't send you to go and learn trade or how to sell. Guess what? That child that you asked to face his studies, he should not pay attention to business. He must not learn how to sell. You don't want him to learn anything about selling. He will become a lawyer, of course, eventually. He may end up becoming one of a very good scholar. But let me tell you what, he will not know how to sell himself. He will always sell himself short because he doesn't know how to commercialize that his skill. I have talked to a lawyer that was very good at selling. The day I spoke to that lawyer, because of my knowledge about selling, my mind told me immediately, this is a good lawyer with a good selling skill. Somebody was in police nets at Yagaku. We have tried everything within our power to bail this man out. They refused to grant bail for him. We now went to a lawyer. Immediately we met the lawyer who said, please, we want you to come and help us bail out this man. He said, those Yagaku people, this thing happened in Ibadan. He said, forget them. Is it not those Yagaku people? Those police that know me, just for them to see my letterhead. Once they see my letterhead, even without reading the letter, they will release the man. He said, I used to deal with them now. They know me. I have dealt with them several times. Just for them to see my letterhead, they must bow immediately and they will release your man. Just go and pay 15,000 into our company account. Just to write a letter, ordinary letter. The man charged 15,000. That was as far back as 2007, 2008, 2007, yes. As far back as 2007, somebody charged 15,000 naira to write a letter. If it is now, when as a parent, you are telling your children this kind of statements, forget business. So that you can get good job. That kind of child that have that kind of experience, that statement will always ring in his. That statement will continue to ring under his mind and will sabotage him. So experience affects our programming. It's part of what has programmed our mind. So what you have experienced, your successes, your failures, your childhood circumstances will help to program your subconscious mind. And that subconscious mind is what controls over 90% of your life. Are we learning? External factors, also part of what programs your mind. What kind of friends are you keeping? What are your friends telling you? What about your family? What about your culture, the media, religion, education, and the law of association? Our factors cannot be to program ọkàn wa, tó ti program brain wa. Irú àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ tó ń bá rìn. Ká nípa àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ tí wọn ò ní lárí ni, ó ṣeéṣe kí wọn náà má ní lárí. If you are moving with family that are wayward, family members that are wayward, you are likely to be wayward. If you have a bad culture, maybe your people have a culture that does not encourage people to make money. Your culture encourages people to depend on government. That is very common in this part of the country, where majority of our people believe in getting white-collar job. They just want to get job from government. They are looking for local government job or state government job. Federal government, they will now say, okay, no problem. State, local state job, their local government job. That kind of culture on depending on government is not a good culture. That is not a culture that is common among the Easterners. Easterners don't depend on government. They depend more on their personal business. Some people, they have misinterpreted religion to mean poverty. If a clergyman is telling you, now what is that person is telling you? That it is better you remain poor and die poor. That is a wrong interpretation of religion. No any religion, if you understand your religion very well, we preach you to become poor. Because what you are saying is that your God is a God of poverty. And Allah never called himself a poor God. So when you get some of these external factors wrong, it affects our programming. The kind of education we are getting. If you are getting, if all the education you got is Western education, you are naturally have been programmed to be poor. Take it from me, and you can take it to the bank. Gbogbo ìwọ tó bá gba iléèwé kọjá, ó ka primary school, ó ka secondary school, àbí tó wá jàjà ka university. Gbogbo tí wọ́n kọ́ láti bẹ̀rẹ̀ títí dópin láti lọ fi ṣiṣẹ́ síyàn ni. And at the end of the day, if that is the only course you take, you will end up to become poor. That is even the Yoruba adage that confirms it. He said, "Omalaseje owo, omalasela," meaning that if you are working for somebody, you will end up becoming poor. But when you are doing business, you are going to be wealthy. So what if you now find yourself in a culture of people that are not used to doing business? They are used to acquiring education and working for money. That is part of the external factors that have helped to program our subconscious mind. Ọkàn méjì lẹ̀dá ní, wọ́n pè kan ní conscious mind, wọ́n pè kan ní subconscious mind. Subconscious yẹn, òun ló ń control ìgbésí ayé wa. Kí ló mọ̀ wá control subconscious yẹn? Ìta bá ti fojú rí nínú ìrírí ayé wa, àwọn experience wa, àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ tá ń bá rìn, àwọn kan tá ń fojú rí, àwọn kan tá ń fetí gbọ́, àwọn kan tá ń tó ṣẹlẹ̀ láyìíká wa, àwọn kan tó mọ̀ program subconscious mind wa nìyẹn, òun ló wá ń control ìgbésí ayé wa. Then the law of association, people that you are moving with. If you want to become successful, you have to be associating with successful people. You want to become wealthy, find way to associate with wealthy people. Create conscious relationship with the right set of people and move with them. These are the things that programs your mental, terrain. Then what about internal? Internal is talking about what you say and think about yourself. What you say and think about yourself. Kí ni kan tó rò nípa ara rẹ? Kí ni kan tó sọ nípa ara rẹ? All of this are part of what program your life. Are we learning? So, guys, your programming eventually is what affects your belief. Can somebody say belief? So, that one. That one is another worst one. That is what I call self-sabotage. Haven't you been listening to radio programs where they allow people to call him, and some people will be proud to tell the program anchor, telling them, can you imagine that? A politician is campaigning to become a senator or to become your governor, and somebody is proud to be calling himself, hey, our Talika, he's calling himself Talika, and he will eventually become Talika. That is nonsense. That is wrong foundation in the yellow wall. How will you be calling yourself Talika for God's sake? I want Mekunu, Mekunu. They are playing the role of a victim. You that is listening to me right now, never ever you be part of that party of people. If you are already part of them, remove yourself from that association of Talikas. Remove yourself from association of Mekunu. It is a nonsense association. Join the league of wealthy people. Even Allah said it in the Quran that He will never change the course of affairs of group of people until they change what is in their mind. He said He will never change your affairs. Your destiny will not change it until you change what is in your mind. If you continue to call yourself, business, I will lack if you moroso, tomati lo moroso le moroso leni. But what you obasoni, one ni intoni baba pe gbai, lamaye ba pe. It is what you call your things, is what people will call it. The way you address yourself, the way people will address you. Then anyhow, while we are how would they not respect you and they want to join you? Nobody wants to associate with failure. So these are areas where our programming has been very, very wrong. That is now affecting our belief. And from that belief is affecting our feelings. When the programming is wrong, the belief system will be wrong. The feelings will be wrong. Activities will be wrong. And you get wrong results. And you will never get that beautiful answer. It will lead to failure. But when your programming is right, you are going to have the right beliefs, the right feelings. Then that your feeling will now help you, motivate you, ginger you to put in the right activities. And you are eventually going to get the right result. And you're going to finally get the right lifestyle. So guys, this is where I'm going to pause for today. Just on the programming. But programming, your assignment for today, go and sit down and write all of those bad childhood experience. What you submit for you, most of it, be ya mi se ntaja, to se nsowo to nrowo, baby na se ntaja, mo se ta. That has helped to program it. You want to pay our experience can better only takekere. Bóyá òbí rẹ̀ struggle, bóyá òbí rẹ̀ mo sọ fún pé àìjẹ méjì la bá làdé. Bó ló ṣe fẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ ìjọba, ó tún wá fẹ́ sọ̀wọ́ kún àìjẹ méjì la bá làdé. That is a wrong programming. Ojú rí orí bí ẹ̀mí rí ogún. ojú rò ní rí bí ọ̀kan là á fọ́ mú gbogbo wọn táwọn òbí rẹ ti bá ti sọrú nǹkan báyẹn fún, you already have wrong programming. Write all of those things down so that you can begin to run them. You can begin to remove them now, begin to eradicate them. Àwọn ọ̀rẹ́ tó bá mọ̀ pé they are negative friends, they are not empowering you, they are always discouraging you. You need to list their names and begin to remove yourself away from them. The kind of wrong culture. Tó bá mọ̀ pé ń bẹ nínú ìgbésí ayé rẹ, remove it. Okay? And the kind of wrong things you know you have been saying to yourself. Never ever you say something that you don't want to happen in your life. Anything you know you have been saying before now that are wrong, you need to stop saying such thing. That is why every day we do positive affirmation in this organization to negate all of those wrong programming that we have that is affecting our life today. Okay? So by God's grace tomorrow, we will now go deeper into our belief system. What are the right beliefs things that we are supposed to maintain, and what are the wrong beliefs things that we are supposed to eradicate, so that we can get the right feelings and we can get the right activity. May God make it easy for you. Don't forget the assignments that I gave you today. Go and list all of those bad experiences that you have. Tell yourself, it will never be for me. It will not work for me. Then remember all of those good childhood experiences, all of those dreams that you had. Wake them up back. Then dissociate yourself from the wrong friendship, the wrong family member. Stop watching bad movies, wrong pornography, and the wrong information. Negative news. And I tell you what, as far as Nigeria factor is concerned, there is no positive news. Positive news doesn't sell. It is only negative news that sell. So if you are fond of always listening to news, you'll be getting more of negativity. That is why you have to be careful the kind of the media that you are listening to and avoid saying negative things to yourself. Thank you. God bless you all. Now over to you, my powerful coordinator. Is he there?
Yes, sir. Good morning. Well done, sir. Thank you very much, sir. We really appreciate today's lesson, today's mentorship, so powerful. Really appreciate that. Really appreciate that. All right, today's participants, we're so glad we were already making another landmark. We were 60 for a very long time before it starts dropping again. So I think it's network issue. So it means we are moving on to the next landmark. Thank you very much, mentor. We really appreciate you. Please, leaders, go to the chat room and appreciate mentor. Drop the best of the best GIF, drop the best of the best appreciation code, drop the best of the best messages that you can ever think of to appreciate what he has done for us. Thank you very much. We are so grateful. May Almighty God continue to bless you with wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. We are going to be using to lead us in this organization rightly and not lead us astray. All right, so let's quickly define ourselves so that we can move to financial class. Let's be on our feet for self. Let's be on our feet for self-definition. Let's be on our feet for self-definition. Let's be on our feet for self-definition. All right, leaders in the house, please permit me to unmute everybody. But make sure you are not somewhere that you don't know where there are a lot of people, where some people are talking, people that don't know the value of defining yourself, people that don't know the value of programming your subconscious mind, people that don't know the value of saying positive things. Make sure they are not distracting you, that somebody is trying to take away from glory. That's how it means. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be defining ourselves. Are we ready? Are we ready?
Yes.
Yes, we are ready.
Let's go to
Beg anybody.
I